conversation about the relationship dynamics amongst the housemates. Yeah, I know that this is only day 3, but things have gotten quite intense in Big Brother's house. Already, we have a ship and potential ships. We have friendships, alliances. We've got rivalries even. Yes, and guys, it's not even funny. It is intense already. It's looking like a situation of a 3 weeks, relationship dynamics. And guys, we're talking about just 2 days. Yes, because hey, this is just the beginning of day 3. All right, so we're gonna get into this video and have this conversation. I'm gonna give you all the details. Yes, I put out a video yesterday sharing with you the details about the first truth or dare game that these housemates played in the early hours of yesterday morning, and how Liema and Jari had shared their first kiss, and how Els and Taki had also shared, their first intense kiss. Things had been a bit awkward between Taki and Els yesterday, but Liema and Jari are sort of grown closer by that kiss, and more had even happened in the early hours of this morning. So I'm going to be giving you all the tea on this video, so make sure you watch to the end. Do not skip out on any part. There's a lot to share. Yes, now aside the romance, aside the romantic side of these these relationships, there's also the blooming rivalry between Mcjunior and the unbothered, what's his name now, Papaghost. And there's just a few more. So let's get into this video I'm going to share, all right? And officially, you are all specially welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. For those of you that are newly subscribed, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for choosing to become a part of this community. For those of you that are OGs, returning viewers, returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in again, all right? If you are yet to officially become a part of us, please do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen. Kindly subscribe. Make sure you turn on your post notification bell to always receive alerts of my videos whenever I upload a new one. Some of you have said I should not do my intro anymore. Hello, I will continue doing this intro, yeah, until those of you who are not subscribed get to subscribe to this channel, all right? Anyways, let's get into the business of this video. So currently in the house, Liema and Jari have been spending a lot of time together. These people have been making it very obvious that they have a thing for each other. Yes, and I put it this way because they are not the only pairs in the house that have been spending time together, right? There are other people such as Els and Mcjunior, who enjoy each other's bands, who enjoy each other's company. There's also Z and Young Papi that have grown really close, as friends, and they tend to gist a lot, yeah? But you wouldn't see any indication of romance between these set of people. But between Jari and Liema, there's a lot of PDAs now going on. Yes. Now, initially they started with just conversations, getting to know each other, talking about their likes and dislikes, talking about their previous relationships, experiences, right? They've just been sharing also about friends and families, right? But it wasn't physical up until the truth or dare game, when they had been dared to kiss and they had kissed. Yes, so it was from that point that their closeness grew. Yeah, like they grew closer to each other and they started cuddling. They started cuddling on one bed. I think that's Liema's bed. They started cuddling on one bed, started flirting heavily and publicly with each other. And then during the diary session, Jari had opened up to Big Brother about his feelings for her. Yeah. On my previous video, I explained all of that. Yes. However, there was a clause in his diary session. Jari had told Biggie about his likeness for Liema. However, he also shared that he's sort of attracted to Z and Els. But now here's the thing. Jari has been spending a lot of time with Liema. In fact, all of his time with Liema. If he's not talking to her or flirting with her or playing with her, he's working on his individual task. Yeah. And so it posed the question in my head that, okay, you're attracted to these other ladies. These other ladies have already found their people. Yeah. They've already formed this friendship or probably alliance with their own persons. Yes. How is this guy going to penetrate whatever they have with their persons? And how is he going to convince each of them or either of them that, listen, I really like you, when they've been clearly seeing everything he's been doing with Liema? And guys, there's something about Liema as well. Liema seems to be a bit possessive. Yes. Now, she's not outrightly doing it, but whenever she sees Jari even have communication with any other female, there's this dagger stare that comes from her. She's watching like a hawk. And last night, there was a conversation between these two people before they shared another lengthy, intimate kiss. They were just having conversations, cuddling again, in Liema's bed. And that was where Jari, who is used to calling everybody, male, female, bro, threw the question at Liema, oh, do you want to kiss bro? And it was very funny. So both of them had a good time laughing at the joke. Yes, they laughed and laughed and laughed. And that was where Jari, in the midst of his laughter, blurted out that, bro, you are making this job really difficult.
Bro, we make this work so hard, bro. Don't lie, though. Tell the truth, though.
And I'm like, okay, what job is this guy talking about? And he was like, yeah, no matter what we do, just know that it's working.
Nothing makes sense that we do, but it works well.
That's true.
It's not supposed to be perfect.
Kiss me, bro.
I'm like, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Could it be that these two people, because of nominations or because of the game, have decided to ship as a strategy? Is this so-called ship an alliance between these two people to buy into the minds of us, the viewers? What exactly could it be? Guys, already my mind is calculating a lot of things. Yes, because that was the first interpretation that came to my mind. I was wondering, like, wait, work? Is this ship a job? Anyways, it's a game at the end of the day, right? It's a game within a show, and regardless, these housemates would want to employ any strategy that they feel is best suited, for their game, right? But I would love to see how this ship pans out between these two people. I would love to see it, because at the moment, it seems like there's this coded thing happening between these two people, beneath the surface of this ship that they have going on. Yes, and I would love to see how it pans out, because remember, there is still Z and else in the picture in Jari's mind. Yes, and I'm waiting to see when and how he's going to make him move, towards those two women. But in the meantime, I would love to know your thoughts about their midnight conversation. What do you think? Do you think it's actually a shipping strategy, or do you think it's actually genuine connection that they both have? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, moving on to other friendships in the house. Whilst this romance is going on between Liema and Jari, young Papi and Z seems to have found something more special. Yes. Now, these two people are operating on the level of friendship. Yes, they are very close friends. They have deep conversations. They even have conversations about the game. They even advise each other. They even forget their emotions to each other. And it's really beautiful to see. However, in the midst of this whole, friendship of convenience, in my opinion, that they have, it might seem as though young Papi is sort of feeling Z more than he should. Now, young Papi is that one housemate that has given the standard of a guy that is in a serious relationship outside the house and really respects his girlfriend and would not want to partake in any sort of action or event that will, cause some sort of disrespect to his girlfriend or his relationship. Yes. And we saw that during the Truth or Dare game, where He had been dead on different occasions and he had blatantly refused to even kiss a female housemate. Yes. But yesterday, after spending more time with Z, it seemed as though this guy just might be feeling her more than expected. And in a way, I sort of started seeing a Lakon and Erica's situation. And guys, this is because of the similarities. Of course, Z in no way looks like Erica, you know, no comparison intended. But guys, it's just like giving me that vibe, right? Z is completely detached from anybody in the house, male or female. Yes, she's just a girl in her own world, you know, just playing her own game, just doing whatever she wants to do in Big Brother's house. Yes, there's no unnecessary attachment or bond to anybody yet. Yes, but it seems like young Papi just might be feeling her more than expected. And guys, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the dynamics of their friendship will pan out. I'm interested in seeing if it's going to remain the way it is, you know, with a stronger bond and a stronger trust between them, or if it's going to go beyond what they have now. Now, Els and Mcjunior are another pair in that house that have something beautiful going for them. Yes. For 2 days now, these two people have found comfort in each other's company. You know, their banter is out of this world. I love their conversations. And when you listen to these two people, you can just tell that Els is in Big Brother's house to have a good time, whilst Mcjunior, as we have, you know, observed, is very smart, very intelligent. He knows how to carry a conversation, very generous with his compliments to any and every single person in the house, you know, and he's such a happy soul. I mean, as a matter of fact, these two people had a lot of camera time yesterday morning.
You're 25.
Whoa, I'm 25, nigga.
You're 25 and you're fully here, baby.
It was so interesting, very light-hearted and quite entertaining, yes. And personally, I love their friendship. But the only downside for me is that these two people individually are not really doing enough, you know, to go around the house and, you know, interact with every other housemate, which is fine, you know. But then my worry is it healthy for their game? Because Mcjunior really did, he got a lot of nominations on Monday during the live nomination process. Yeah. So fingers crossed, let's see how it goes. Now, moving on to the rivalries in the house, ladies and gentlemen, it will surprise you to know that there are already rivalries in the house. On my previous videos, I shared with you the blooming rivalry between Els and Neo. And Neo had actually given her reason for denying Els the privilege to participate in the Head of House challenge that happened on Monday. I noticed that during Elsa's diary session, she did not really seem upset at Neo's choice of picking her. Yes, as a matter of fact, she had been a bit understanding, and even Neo had opened up to Big Brother that even in the arena, after she had done her pick, she had heard else or maybe somebody else say that they understood the reason for her actions, for her decision, and for her choice. Yes. So guys, I was quite surprised, but it's still very obvious that things are not really smooth between these two people because they've not really sat down to even have a conversation. They've been sort of avoiding each other. Now, away from that one, there is also Lerato and Yolanda. Now, yes, yesterday evening, they shared some conversation, but earlier yesterday, Lerato, who had been cranky since Monday evening during the live nomination, had openly declared that she did not like Yolanda.
I can't stand Yolanda to save my life. Oh yeah? No, I can't even lie about it.
Thanks for being honest.
She gives me a headache.
Is it loud or
No, she just gives me a headache.
Guys, she did not even hide it. She declared it openly. Z was there, Willie was there, Chwenza was there, and these people were quite shocked. She had openly declared it. She said she does not like Yolanda, that Yolanda gives her a headache. I think because Yolanda is very loud and Yolanda talks a lot, yes. So she was like, she doesn't like Yolanda. Yolanda stresses her a lot. And they were asking her like, what brought you to this conclusion? She said they think she's joking, that she's actually serious, that she doesn't like the girl, that the girl is the one person that is always saying that, oh, anyhow you feel about me, let me know about it. Don't keep it to yourself. And so she let the girl know that, listen, I don't like you. And she openly declared it. I'm like, wow. It is the audacity for me, guys. I love such audacity. But then there's a question. In a game like this in Big Brother's house, in a competition like this, is it the best game to let your opponent know what you have in mind? Do you think that they are going to weaponize it against you? What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know. Now, aside Lerato and Yolanda, there is also Yolanda and Makeke. Makeke had, shared with Big Brother during his diary session yesterday that there'd been a bit of a rift between himself and Yolanda. Guys, I did not really get the details, but it had to do with some kitchen event, yeah. And they probably wanted to share food with someone, and I think it was Mpumi. Is it Mpumi? Yeah, with Mpumi. Mpumi had been cooking for the house anyways, but Makeke had actually carried 2 meats, and that had really pissed off Yolanda, I guess, because I actually saw that play out, So according to Makeke, Yolanda has not really been friendly with him ever since, and he's just going to sit back and watch how everything plays out. Aside that one, the biggest rivalry yet, which I foresee is really going to be explosive if there were to be a confrontation, is between Mcjunior and Papaghost. This particular rivalry was originally initiated by Mcjunior, and it happened just last night, yes. So this is what happened. The housemates had another meeting yesterday evening, to discuss their wager task. Remember, it's going to happen on Thursday. And these people have been spending so much time on their individual task, like totally ignoring their collective task. Now, via the first meeting they had on Monday evening, the agreement and suggestion actually posed by Papaghost was that they should divide themselves into different groups, right? And people that would love to, work on a song or a poem or production or whatever, they should work on something. And then they're going to come back together as a collective to share ideas and then rehearse what they have come up with, right? But they had a second meeting yesterday and it seemed like things were changing. Now, I mentioned already on one of my videos that Papaghost seems to have a problem with control. Yeah, he wants to be in charge. And it seems like it's stemming from, this notion that he's the oldest in the house. So it's like he wants to control and direct everybody. So when he's giving suggestions, it's actually sounding like commands, instructions, and not suggestions per se. And the annoying thing is, most of the housemates don't like it. But they are not saying anything, with the exception of Yolanda. Yolanda obviously is trying to contest every and anything the Papaghost says. Now, she's doing it the wrong way because most of the suggestions that she gives, they are barren. They are unpractical. They're not practical. They're not functional. And that is where she's got the disadvantage. And so because of this advantage that Papaghost has, being more experienced, working in production, working in music, having the technical know-how of all of these things, most of the other housemates just stay mute and allow him take the lead. Yes. Now, there's also the part where Mitch, the head of house, has problems communicating via the English language or even expressing himself properly. Yes. I feel like he stutters. Yes. So he talks really fast. People don't even understand what he says when he speaks. And so he has employed Papaghost as his mouthpiece. So guys, there seems to be a divide in the house. And of course, Mcjunior, the observer, just usually sits in one corner and just observes everything. But everything is getting on his nerves. So yesterday, there was a mild blowout, between Papaghost and Yolanda. He was giving instructions and directives. Yolanda kept on countering and countering and countering unnecessarily.
So if you say you're going to like drama, that means it's fine.
I'm not saying it. It was discussed pre-hand. I'm
What
not
we want
making a
is
decision
drama.
now.
What we want is drama. It's neon t-shirts and black t-shirts.
Every other person that tried to speak were trying to make sense out of what she was saying, but she just kept on countering. Now, Papaghost did not handle it the right way. Yeah, he was sort of vehement about his own reactions, saying things like, oh, they're going to fail. Now, everything he was saying actually makes sense and it's true. because it is a collective task and they have wagered 80%. So if one person messes up, it could affect everything, right? So one of the things the housemates even complained about later on was the fact that whilst they are working on their individual projects, this guy is literally going around hovering and trying to oversee what everybody is doing. Now, some of them appreciate it, others do not, but they are silent about it. They are not complaining about it outrightly. They're not talking about it outrightly. And so after the meeting yesterday, Mcjunior, Taki, and Brother B had a lot to complain about. Yes, these people were complaining about how authoritative, how domineering, and how controlling Papaghost is. You know, they even talked about how condescending he is, you know, making it look like nobody else has a brain in the house, like he's the only one that knows what he's doing in the house. So he's just complaining, but Mcjunior had the most to say. This guy had the most to say, and the one thing he kept on hammering on is that if they fail this wager, that if nobody checks Papaghost, that he's going to be the one to do it. He's going to be the one to call him out, because it's nonsense. Like, why would he be treating all of them like they are babies? Like, it doesn't really make sense. And then he was saying that this attitude of Papaghost actually started right from the very first day that they all came into the house. And it is their fault, because they enabled him. They allowed him to carry on with that attitude, with that arrogance. And now it's becoming insulting. It's becoming demeaning. And guys, quite frankly, I see where Mcjunior is coming from. But then on the flip side, I'm thinking, bro, you're not a baby. You're complaining that this guy is controlling, but you chose to take the backseat in everything. You chose to take the backseat and just sit down and observe without doing anything. Basically, you're not really contributing much. And now you want to call out Papaghost. So you think you're going to call him out and he's going to stand there looking at you like a child? So ladies and gentlemen, this is quite interesting. I cannot wait to see how this is going to pan out. And this is where I'm going to stop talking now. I would love to hear from all of you, you know, your thoughts about this ship between Liema and Jari and the potential entanglement or triangle that might happen if he begins to talk to Z and what's her name now, else, and then everything else as discussed on this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day.